James Avramenko is scrolling down his list of Facebook friends, picking out pals to drop.
Basically, my goal is to lose every friend I've ever made on Facebook, is kind of the basic idea about it, while still reconnecting with everybody in some meaningful way.
To do that, he's calling all 550 of his online friends one by one for a 1-hour conversation. Then he clicks unfriend. The 32-year-old Saskatoon writer is concerned Facebook breeds lazy friends and superficial relationships.
When we look at someone, we tell ourselves that we've connected to them because we feel a connection to their photo, but that's not speaking to them, that's not connecting with it, that's not checking in with them. It's purely looking at them and moving on.
He records the phone calls for a podcast called Friendless.
We are no longer Facebook friends.
Oh, my heart.
He's already broken up with his groomsman, a former boss, and in this episode, a childhood friend who he hadn't spoken to in 20 years.
We've been friends for 10 years on Facebook, and the first time we messaged was last week.
Totally. I'm quite embarrassed at how little I know about the trajectory of your life.
Professor Alec Koros says there's a growing trend of tech users trying to be more intentional about how they use social media.
There's just this exhaustion over time that you're constantly performing for this network.
But often there's also a specific trigger.
Sometimes you might have some stress or trauma in your life, and you realize that while I can put something out there in a public, I actually have no one to talk to.
Avramenko is searching for deeper connections. He expects some of his relationships will flounder and die offline.
It gets tough. There's been a couple of conversations that I've really not wanted to end for fear of losing contact again.
At this rate, he won't have any friends left in about 10 years. On Facebook, anyway. Bonnie Allen, CBC News, Regina.